What is going on, Laser Focus Solutions? This is Christopher Godwin coming at you on a Tuesday. That's right, Tuesday. It's beard day, but wait, there's more. It's every other week beard day. So today was hair and beard. That's right. We got it all lifted, cut, trimmed, whatever needed to be done. So this is the best I get, folks. You all are seeing me fresh cut, the best of the best right here. So today we're going to talk about the price book in HouseCall Pro. And not just price book, but actually using ChatGPT to build it out. So, excuse me, I want to take a minute, share my screen. So bear with me as I do that. I don't think I have anything confidential that I need to hide this time around. So give me 1 second here. I'm just kind of navigating through. We're going to go ahead and share screen, HouseCall Pro. And at this point, you should be seeing my screen. So this is my current and existing, which I have now named old, right? Old door and hardware category. So I did go in, I took some time to put some professional pictures in. Learn later on that I'm the only one that sees these, the clients don't. So I got to figure out what I'm doing wrong there. But I did go on and I did research verbiage to speak to, labor only, some notes, prices are subject to change, stuff like that. And there's a task code and then a price, right? It's very generic. Now, what I will tell you is talking to other business owners, they're like, Chris, how in the world do you feel comfortable putting your prices out there? And at the time, I was like, I feel good. Now I've been in business for 1.5 years, almost 2 full time. And I'm looking at this going, this isn't going to work, right? There's a lot of wiggle room for misinterpretation, error, omission, all those things, right? So, for example, there's not even any sizes on these doors, okay? So what I would do is this was just to get me started at the customer's house. Then I'd have to double click on it. I'd have to make some verbiage. I'd have to look at it and adjust the prices. And my point is that none of this is fast, okay? And when you own a business and you start to scale, the biggest thing that's going to break is your lack of systems, okay? It's like watching the World Series baseball team of choice in your hometown state or whatever city. And, you're rooting for them. And when they're winning, nobody's checking on if the guy's fully running out bases or if he's lagging on a steal or he's bunting wrong or whatever. But when they're losing, you better believe they're calling out everything, right? So that's my point is that you get a moment to look at the granular of things. You can really call out some areas of improvement. So with that being said, what I've done is I've gone over to use ChatGPT, right? And at the top, you can see some of my tabs possibly. I got my ChatGPT, I got HouseCall Pro, I got my Google Drive, right? And then I'm getting into labor rates. I'm getting into new go forward service lists, right? Here, I just wanted to challenge myself just to ask, this is some of the research I was doing. And then we got some other things that we were using right outside of that. But so I want to kind of shift over now and show you what the new looks like, okay? And this is cumbersome on the back end, but it's like anything else, garbage in, garbage out, right? So good data gives you good results, okay? So what I mean by that is that I started out in the very beginning with task code door. Now, if I go to pull some data after 1.5 years and I want to say, Chris, we want to level up and we want to really get aggressive and pull a lever and market and strategize on where we can improve. What do we do a lot of last year? Well, we did doors, basically, when I pull in a task code report. So there's no value in that, okay? I know this now, right? I know this now because I'm in the Conquer coaching program. I know this now because I'm around good leaders that are showing me and teaching me and talking to me in ways that I wouldn't relate to otherwise, but I'm very eager to get this right. So with that being said, I want to try to change my screen. I think I need to go back. Yes, I do. So let's go back to handyman. Excuse me. These are all categorized as old now, just to keep myself, again, where I'm at. These are all still live. And right now it's very slow because of the speed of sharing Zoom, so the quality's poor. But they do have pictures and such, but I'm not concerned about you seeing the pictures at this moment. This is the new doors and hardware. What I'm going for now and go forward, hang on, what did you do there, squirrely? Got a little double click happy there. Squirrel. So what I'm doing now is I'm actually breaking it down by good, better, best, right? And then I'm doing it by size. So this is just a start, okay? Also, what I've done is I've used ChatGPT to build this out, meaning I went in and said, hey, I use HouseCall Pro. You're now going to be my chief executive. It's going to help me build out this price book. This is my expectations of you. And this is what I want to see. I want to see a service name. I want to see a description. I want to see a task code, and I want to see a base price, right? So none of this is locked in. I'm still working through pricing and all stuff like that. It just started with some meat and potatoes of it all, right? So what I've done is I've now gone through and I've got my basic. No pictures loaded. This is all still raw, still in the early infancy phases of it. Still trying to figure out how I like it. Okay. But I'm liking it so far. So now I like the fact that it's got ID 01, interior door 0128. Okay. Interior door 0228. 02, I would assume means it's the better upgrade, right? Oh, that's an old one. Oh, no. So that's an old one. I got to get rid of that, right? These are just labor, no material in. This one I was messing around with, and I didn't like the way it was worded, and I wanted to put some more verbiage in on the back end. So again, I got to get rid of this one. In fact, we'll just do it now while we're sitting here on this call. Yeah, we're going to delete that puppy. Okay, so now we got basic hollow core, we got upgrade hollow core, and then we got basic 30, good 30, basic, I'm sorry, good 36. So I was kind of dancing around a little bit, better 30, solid. So again, you can see I was dancing around, but I wanted to see how the job codes came out. I wanted to see, and I didn't like this one either, actually, so I'm going to get rid of this one as well. But I think it's pretty cool just to see how the task codes come in play, right? Now, ultimately, what my overall goal is, why am I doing this? Okay. So I'm doing this so that way when I go and I create an estimate, what I'm working towards is getting in front of a customer, and I have not found the shortcut way. This is a manual tasked process that, quite honestly, a person with ADHD is not the right one to be doing this. So let's go in and let's type in my name. We'll make a dummy estimate. The address is fictitious. So what I want to do, what my expectation is, I should say, is I want to go under, and I believe I already have drywall. I do. So what stinks about this is I would love to be able just to have it where when I pick small drywall, I would love it to pull in all three templates, but it does not, right? So then I have to go here. Hang on a second. Let me see something. Let's just try this. If I save the estimate now as it sits, don't touch anything. Because last time I did this, I had to do this 2 different ways, but I'm curious just to see while I have everyone here live, templates, drywall, see, same thing. All right, so if I go to small patch and I hit select, I feel like when I went back to templates, it let me no. All right, that's just the problem, right? So then it becomes a manual task unless someone knows something easier to do, right? Because ultimately I want to be able to present to the customer the good, better, best options. Oh, that's what I had to do right here. So then watch, select from templates. Why doesn't it let me select here? See, I knew I figured something out. So why does it let me select the tabs here, but not when I select the actual template button down here? That's a fluke. Okay. So then ultimately now you can see I have the good, better, best in, but see the steps it had me take here, Mr. Customer, hang on, let me fumble through my system and figure it out kind of thing, right? Even still, even though I just did this for the first time, we could do it faster next time. I know I can, because now I need to save the customer, add the good, then go up here, hit better, best under this template, not down here under this template. Got it. But then when I go to present, it's going to show it in a way that I want to see it, right? Basic small repair drywall. What are we doing? We're basically going to block the hole from bugs and stuff to get through, right? And then we're going to do a light sanding. Enhanced, we're going to give it a little more attention, right? We're going to prime it, get it prepped, ready for paint. And then the premium, we're going to treat it right, get you down to a seamless finish. We're going to, high quality materials, meticulous workmanship, and such. So ultimately, that's the goal I'm going for, right? And I want to see the images up. I want to see, everything here. And I want to let the customer really choose down to what they're going to get. Okay. And I don't know why, but right now I haven't gotten to this point. This is take one of a squirrel. Squirrel Nation watching me go raw here and go live and just kind of live through this moment of Housecall Pro and trying to discover and navigate and figure out the sales proposal, good, better, best options. I just went live with this a couple of days ago. I really see the value in it because I just recently noticed that I've gone to customer sites and I've lost a few jobs because I would go in with my standard mindset of quality and I'm going to give them the best. And then what I learned is that customer didn't care, like seriously didn't care. Like, are you plugging my hole with duct tape? Something that's going to last. What are you doing for me? I just don't want bugs to get in. That was pretty much what the customer said. I'm not looking for pretty. So knowing that now, it's like, oh, well, darn, I could have just came in there on the first trip, 5-minute mud, threw it over the drywall hole, skimmed it down to make it look, pleasing. And then maybe stay to scuff it down, maybe not. And I still could have made money and then, customer was happy. But no, I went in with my standard, which is basically treating as if every patch is the same, where, I break out my Festool dust extraction unit. I come in and I treat it like it's, going to look like it's a brand new wall. And not every customer wants that, right? Same thing with doors, same thing with paint, paint. I have customers that are like, I've been underselling in this community. Full transparency. I had the Sherman-Williams manager and rep ask me, how often do you ask the customer what quality paint they want? And I went, well, I've just been using these two brands. And he goes, I know you come in here and buy these two a lot. But what I will share with you is that a lot of customers from this community come directly to our store, and most all of them want the best. So try it out. And what do you know? When I started asking my clients, what kind of paint would you like in your home? A lot of them in this area want the premier paint. So I'm learning every day on how to be a better servant, of the community, right? So I'm surprised I don't have my neighbor over here. I got a little kid that wanders over here and he's like, hi, Chris Godwin. Can I be on your YouTube video? Little buggers came over here and ate one of my hot dogs and then went home and got chicken. He didn't offer me any chicken. So this is what and where I'm at. I am back. Here I am. So we need to find a really precise way to do this because, man, is this cumbersome. If I take you back to my price book and just show you how challenging it truly is and how cumbersome it is, it's daunting, right? And if this lags anymore, if it doesn't load pretty quickly, then I'll just end my conversation around here. So this is, again, my existing book that I made. It's loading fairly good. So these are all the old labels. Again, these are all things that for my internal team. You hear him? The little kid's got a power wheel all jacked up on a Milwaukee M18 battery over there. So this is the challenge. So then I have to go here and I have to add service, right? And then I have to go in and do service name, service description, task code, general labor, blah, 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 blah. And that takes so much time. I mean, a lot of time, right? Especially if you're in my niche, which is the handyman home repair space, and I'm trying to break this thing down. I stopped sharing my screen. I stopped sharing my screen. So we're talking about interior door installation, barn door installation, hardware upgrades, storm doors. I mean, that's just in the doors. That's not even talking about anything else. Not even mentioning picture hanging and grab bar installations and TVs and all these different things that I'm offering. I have to go through and do all of this. Drywall patches, small, medium, large, and then they got to do small, medium, large, good, better, best. So you're going da 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 da. And each verbiage is different. Each man hour is different. And it's just like it's so time consuming, right? And I am excited to get this figured out. I'm excited to get this right. I'm excited to ask the questions to the right people, which I have been doing, because when I do figure this out, it's going to help you folks on the take two video. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to say, hey folks, if you watched my toboggle of video one, take one, it was pretty raw and it was pretty cumbersome. But in this time around, we got some good news. We're going to be able to share how we figured this out. Now, I ultimately feel that this is going to be of value, right? Even on again, garbage in, garbage out. This is going to help me better serve a client. Where I'm at right now in the growth process is I'm hitting a ceiling, right? And now I'm starting to feel it. I'm starting to feel it in regards to the demand of estimates to come back from me. And I'm having to make a decision. I'm starting to say no to certain offerings that I don't do, because what I'm learning is that the clients that have that I've earned their trust, and I've gotten their buy-in to use me often, it's starting to feel sticky, and I say that because I'm not as responsive as I'd like to be. I'm not as just on my game, right? And what it all comes back to is the lack of systems, right? So I made a decision to level up, and this is one of the things that I'm working on, is this price book. And I strongly believe that the good, better, best option, the value for the client is where it's at, right? But it's a lot. It's a lot to take in. It's a lot to think about. And again, I've reached out to HouseCall Pro customer service on the phone. I've talked to many people in Messenger on Facebook. I put a message out there on the Facebook page of the HouseCall Super Pro, and I've gotten some feedback around, try this, but not very much. I mean, it's a shame. The sales proposal tool, for me, it's like this: if I'm going to go price out a toilet replacement, I want to be able to click toilet replacement in the price book. This is what I envision. Click on it. And then from there, it's going to pull in the three, whether it's a 16-inch high or a 15.5-inch high or a 19-inch high toilet, oval or elongated. It's going to pull in the good, better, best. No matter what it is, it's going to pull in those same three things. And I say that because I'm not going to, why I have to pick them, I'm not sure. Maybe there's other industries that do. But I'm not going to pick a toilet as a good option and then say a better option would be to tear your entire bathroom apart. You know what I mean? And then because it's going to be related, I would think, and maybe not. I don't know. I'm still new in this venture, but I'm very interested to figure this thing out. So all in all, we continue to grow. We continue to push. We continue to get referrals. Love the fact that I just had on my phone a notification pop up that our repeat client that we went out last week. It was the one, if you recall from previous videos, that I miscommunicated with the client, went out to their site. She wasn't there. I could have easily taken that as a, hey, she doesn't want to do business with me, but instead I reached back out and nurtured that situation, just asked a simple question and fell on the sword a little bit. And she was like, no, absolutely, I still need you out here. Can you come out tomorrow? And it worked out perfect because the job I had got pushed. So what I love is that she wanted a TV mounted, and she was ordering that TV mount, was going to come in, and she's going to let me know when it was in. Well, I don't have anything to do. This is where I want to be in the company, with having good systems in place, because she was able to go on and book online, mounting a TV on a wall, and I'm scheduled for next Monday to go out and hang a TV on a wall. Done. So that right there, if I had more offerings like that, then I could spend more time on the business, not in the business, right? So again, I'm gonna go ahead and pause on that. This call was really just a general overview of what a day in life looks like, how from behind the scenes, when I'm not wearing the tools, what goes on, right? I mean, I went and got my hair done, my beard done, came home, ate some dinner. I'm down here doing this YouTube video. I spent most of my day yesterday arguing with ChatGPT. And yes, I argue with that thing. I mean, it's a computer. It's supposed to know way more than me. So why do I have to keep asking it the same questions? And how does it go sideways sometimes? I don't know. But then this bugger put me in timeout the other day, Saturday night. It put me in ChatGPT timeout, jail, whatever. I don't even know. It tried telling me that I overused the amount of questions. Bro, what do you mean? Like, I wouldn't even be asking you questions if you would stop telling me that I'll give you updates, and then you don't. So then I have to ask you any update. And you're like, well, I don't really have an update, but I'll let you know when I have one. Well, can you tell me when you're gonna have an update? Yeah, probably about 2 hours. Cool. I'll go do my life. 2.5 hours later, I'm like, where's my ChatGPT bot? Where is he? Where's he at? Or he or she? I don't know. So I'm like, yo, what's up? How you doing, homie? And he's like, I'm doing okay. I don't got any updates. I'm like, all right, cool. So now I just burn up like 2 or 3 chats. You know what I mean? Just by asking that very same question all over again. And then it's going to tell me, oh, I'm sorry, but no good. You can't message me anymore. that was wrong. So I did share the next morning when I was able to re-message ChatGPT that was good play on this part. You know what I mean? Anybody else experiencing issues with ChatGPT? Seriously, I feel like from the desktop version, once I get heavily into a chat, it really bogs down to the point where it's not even usable. I use my cell phone, but that's not like I need to be here and here, not down here. So this morning, what I did with the ChatGPT bot was I actually summarized what it was offering me and what it was doing for me, and then I copied that into a new bot. But there's got to be something that I'm doing wrong. So, you know, if you're listening to this video this long, thank you. And I'm sorry, kind of, maybe, not really. You know, because I do squirrel. But all in all, these videos are just for that, right? They're to let you guys see just what goes on a day in life in a business owner of any business, right? This is what we do. We have a million things going on in our mind, and the resources that we do engage with and tap into, we want them to work and we want them to be beneficial. We don't want to have to go back and check on a robot that I thought would be doing stuff for me. So yeah, so that's where I'm at. So I'm going to end the video, and I just want to say thank you again. We are growing each and every time I do a video, and I've gotten a little bit lax. What I have learned in this 90-day challenge is that, you know, it is hard to do content every single day when you are doing so many other things. So I took on a very large ask and challenge of myself. If I grade myself, which I will in the very end, you know, I don't consider this a complete failure. I've gotten a lot better. I've met people. I've had conversations. You know, it's done everything that I wanted it to do in this 90-day challenge. Have I done a video every single day, lock set? No, right? But at the same time, you know, this is what it's about. It's a journey, okay? I know I've done more videos than I did the previous 90 days. So that's what I'm all about right there. So with that, I'm going to end. I'm going to go get these rugrats next door and tell them to get off my yard because I know they're on my yard right now and they should not be with this power wheel all jacked up. He's probably doing burnouts in my grass. I'm going to come find you. I'm going to come find you, boy. See you. Peace.